Chicago Bulls to the sold-out United Center one more time. Playoff series, and of course Game 6 can stand out. In the best-of-7 series, 6 straight Game 6 wins for this franchise. Bulls are in fact 10-4 in Game 6 history. Last Bull Game 6 loss in Chicago, May 11, 1975, in Golden State. Team gathered around head coach Phil Jackson.
You can't look any further. You can't look to that game Sunday. This is the one they got to clean up, Tommy.
The other side, Brian Hill, head coach of the Orlando Magic, has made some changes throughout the series and had some things happen, made some things happen. But Johnny, tonight it's all on the line. It's a game this franchise has to win or face elimination. Scottie Pippen walks by. Michael loads up.
Get him, Mike.
All right, let's play ball. Our officials for this evening, a veteran crew. Boy, they wanted to bring out some heavyweights. Mike Mathis, Jess Kersey, and Ronnie Nunn. Luke and Shaq ready to jump. Remember, Shaq likes to get up quickly. And the tip goes to Dennis Scott. He'll give it back to Penny Hardaway. In the playoffs, Bulls at 47.5, Orlando 45 and a little better. Shaq trying to get across, finally gets it down low. Fakes, comes inside, missed it.
Scotty with a nice screen on O'Neal.
MJ with the spin move with the left hand. Luke right there, kept it, couldn't hang on. Loose ball, finally Horace will pick it up for Orlando. Anderson in the wing, looking down low.
Single coverage. Single coverage. There it is. There's the double.
Horace had it stripped away by Michael out of bounds. Bulls ball. Johnny, they did something a little different that time. Scotty waited until he finally made the move, and then Michael came across to pick him up at the basket.
Right. Horace not standing stationary outside, going to the hoop, which he did very well the second half.
Scotty draws the defender, puts it in. Mark it down.
Yep, Pip opens the scoring.
Bulls take the first lead a minute into the game and hang on.
What's it?
He's talking about the shot clock.
Well, no, there's 22. Yeah, there's 22 seconds. He says, how did they get that up there in 2 seconds from out of the net all the way up?
So 10:58 on the game clock.
But they had only 2 seconds gone, and they were down by the top of their circle. There's 2 seconds gone now. That's how long it would take.
BJ now guarding Dennis Scott as Anderson goes down low, finds Hardaway, posts it up with Michael on him. Hardaway with the fadeaway jumper and quickly down the floor. MJ got double teamed, and then Nick Anderson took it away. And Michael tried to take it right back. Anderson missed it. Scotty and MJ are right there.
So they show some double team at half court.
BJ stops for a three. Wow. Way up.
I didn't make it to the iron.
Hardaway on top. He'll take a three.
And knock it in. He's got 5 points. He's capable of a real big game.
One of the things Orlando likes to see is him play well early. Pip turns and looks with Hardaway on him. He'll take the 18-footer. And right there is Shaquille O'Neal. Magic with a 5-2 lead. Grant gets it back to Hardaway. 15 on the shot clock, and now they want Shaq to come down low. Big guy gets it there. O'Neal with the fadeaway, and it's now 7-2. Magic with a lead. Bulls got the first bucket, and Orlando has scored 7 in a row. On top, Scotty gets it to Michael. Right back to Pip. Comes inside. Put it up, and a foul on Shaq O'Neal.
Michael just with a little handoff here as Scotty comes around. A lot of times they bypass this, but Scotty takes it. He beats Hardaway. Hardaway reaches from the back, and then the Shaq comes in and picks up the foul.
Bulls at about 72.5. Magic 68.5 as Pip hits the first.
Pip with all the points for the Bullies.
And 7-4 now. Michael comes up just to give a little pressure. Tony Kukoc meets Hardaway at half court. They find the outlet man in the wing. It's Dennis Scott for a three.
And that hurts you to double at half court and you get beat by a three.
BJ looks down low, finds Michael. Shaq over double team it. Luke went high to get it, couldn't hang on, and Dennis Scott comes up with it. 10-4 now. Orlando with the lead.
Nick way over.
Anderson in the corner, fakes it inside for O'Neal. Kicks it out. Dennis Scott trying to hit 2 in a row, and he does. 13-4 now. Orlando with the early advantage. Michael brings it across the timeline. Kukoc. BJ gives it right back. Scotty inside, goes to the bucket, got it, count it, and he's fouled.
Pip with all the points so far, 6 of them here. Bulls trail by 7. Nick Anderson picks up the first foul here as Scotty goes around, gets bumped, flips it up with the palm, and knocks it in. They've got 3 3-point field goals on 3 attempts here.
Magic lead it by 6 now as Hardaway will bring it across the timeline again with Michael right there. Bulls crowd already howling in defense. O'Neal gets it back. Hardaway fakes the 3, drives baseline, kicks it over. Shaq missed it, but Scotty will be called for the foul.
Boy, they have done just about everything that they've wanted to do here, Tommy, in the first quarter.
And just how they wanted to do it, too.
Yeah, here's Hardaway. He goes around. Now he knows if he can throw it high enough, he might get the basket from O'Neal. But Pippen on the foul. O'Neal with 1 basket in the game, shooting 2 free throws.
Guy has been good in this series from the line. Game 1, 12 of 16, 13 of 20, 8 of 10, 7 of 10. Game 5, finally 9 of 19.
Still shooting 65%, but that's up for him.
15-7 now. Orlando with the lead, and they come out with some pressure. We'll start with the 2-guard front. BJ with a pass through. Michael comes down. Luke on the other side puts the high. Harper in. Magic lead it by 6. Bulls have the 2-0 lead, and the Magic went on a run. Nick Anderson starts to back in with Tony on him. Fades and hits. They are so hot. Falls Love is 6 of 8. Scotty down the floor, finds BJ in the corner, fake the 3. When it comes down to post up, wanted it down there, gets it. Tony goes to the bucket, he throws it in.
Horace Grant tapped it and went in the hole for Kukoc.
Dennis Scott drives inside, the leaner, and wow. 7 of 10 for Orlando. 19-11 though. Bulls trail it by 8. Tip finds Michael on the wing. Magic have made 6 in a row. Tony will take a 3.
There hasn't been a missed 3 in this game, or BJ missed 1.
Now it's a 5-point lead, and Tony has put 5 points up. Hardaway looking for the high screen. He'll put up another 3. Man, they are unconscious from out there.
And that's the tough basket, isn't it?
BJ all the way down the floor lays it in. Bulls get an easy one.
That's supposed to be the tough basket, that West basket.
Right.
They haven't hit iron.
Magic 8 of 10. Hardaway had it tipped away, gets it back. O'Neal again with a high screen roll. Bounces over Nick Anderson for a three.
If you double everything that moves out there, you are really going to be in trouble.
Scotty, baseline, looking for BJ, inside for Pip. Fades, tried to get him up, gets it out to BJ. Right side, Tony, stops, fakes, gets it to Luke, back to Tony, inside, got it, and he's fouled.
Good maneuvering of the ball. Tony comes up with the basket. It looks like Horace on the foul, and we got a timeout.
We got a timeout on the floor, 6:15 left, and the Magic lead at 25-18.
We've got all the bases covered tonight on the Sports Channel Report. As usual, we'll have comprehensive post-game coverage from the United Center, plus a chat with Bears quarterback Steve Walsh, all after the Bulls and Magic.
The forecast called for a calm, quiet meeting, but a tempest rages instead. It's often the case in today's international business climate, which is why the employee owners of United have prepared a place high above it all, with worldly comforts that refresh, restore, and renew. United Airlines, the calm before and after the storm. We don't just work here. Come fly our friendly skies.
You know, Linda's been my barber, stylist for years. Months. And a while back she told me.
Stop squirming.
No. She said I should do something about my flakes. I said, get a new barber? She said, get new Head and Shoulders. I said, you're serious? She said, yeah. Now it has Micro D, which fights flakes better without stripping your hair of the oils it needs. So my hair feels soft. No flakes. And I owe it all to my stylist.
New Head and Shoulders, because great hair can't have flakes.
This is the new 1995 Cavalier.
My dad.
It comes with all the safety features that even the mid-price luxury sedan would have. First, we have dual airbags for the driver and the passenger.
He likes the silk cars.
Larger tires, nice wide track,
about the
and also
wheels.
four-wheel anti-lock brakes are standard. And this is the perfect car for a young family with small children.
Yeah, he's
Very
a pretty
economical.
neat guy.
It has a 4-cylinder, 2.2-liter engine.
My dad.
25-18, Orlando's favor. BJ with a reverse angle look here gives it over to Tony Kukoc. Kukoc's going to make the drive down to the lane, step underneath, get a pass to Luke. Luke back to him. Horace with a little bump. Tony with 7 points, Pip with 7. We said they both have to get going, and they certainly did.
Sports Channel like to welcome our affiliate, U.S. Cable of Waukegan, and the viewers in Lake County. Enjoying Bulls basketball here on Sports Channel. How about this, Reds? 5 of 5 for the Magic. Bulls have made the one. Tony makes it 25-19 now. Bulls come out with some pressure. Horace will bring it up. On the run now. Grant slows it down. Tree Rollins in the ball game as Shaquille O'Neal gets an early break. Hardaway one-on-one with MJ. Starts to back in. Hardaway with the fadeaway. That short. Michael got a piece of it. Here come the Bulls. Down the floor. Michael with Anderson. Slam!
Michael's first hoop of the game comes on a nice block shot.
It's a 4-point ball game now. Magic lead at 25-21. Rollins up high as Hardaway trying to post up. Luke comes over to double team. Tipped out of bounds by Tony with 7 on the shot clock. Dennis Scott will trigger the inbound pass, telling everybody 7 to shoot. Hardaway goes behind the screen. A long three, and finally they do miss. Out to BJ. Bulls can cut it to a pair here. Scotty wants it down low, has it with Nick Anderson on him. Fakes and got fouled by Tree Rollins.
If he'd have gone the first time, he had the basket, but he made some good fakes underneath, and then Tree Rollins came down, and Pip made the fake, may fake again.
Pip.
Take a look at Michael's first basket of the game. Nick says, I don't think I'll challenge this.
Michaels was on the runway, and Hardaway finally saw him. Scotty makes it a 25-23 Orlando lead, and here come the Bulls with the Doberman defense again. BJ on Dennis Scott. Scotty will be waiting for him. They find Horace Grant on top. Grant back to Dennis Scott. Bulls working hard defensively. Got a tip. Couldn't get it. Shot clock at 9. Dennis Scott, long three. Wow.
He worked all the way up the floor with that ball, and then ended up hitting the three.
Scotty got fouled as he's going to the basket. Dennis Scott or Tree Rollins. Let's see. Officials have pointed to both of them. Guess Kersey will tell us.
Tree Rollins on the play. Here's a play by Scott. They move it around. Out he comes. Nails it. So that's Tree Rollins' second foul. Pip back to the line. Pip's first miss. Got 5 in a row from there.
Scotty takes his time. Michael looks like he's ready to attack the ball carrier.
So 10 first quarter points here by Pip.
The Bulls doing a little bit of what they want. They want to keep the ball out of Hardaway's hands, bringing it up the floor. Magic have been successful with that. Scotty came over to help out. Hardaway down low with Michael on him. Grant fakes, goes one up. Nope. Luke fights for the rebound. Lost it, got it back. Here comes Pip with Michael on one side. Scotty stops, leans in, and the ball deflected by Rollins out of bounds. 17 on the shot clock. Bulls ball. And here comes Chip. O'Neal back in. So O'Neal gets a quick 2-minute break.
Pip hurt his hand. Hurt his right hand.
Tony behind the three-point arc. Little short. 28-24 now. Magic with a lead. Hardaway gets it over to Dennis Scott. With BJ on him.
Wants to go one-on-one.
Tony over to help. Anderson fakes the three. Bulls recover pretty well after the help. Scott fades the baseline jumper. O'Neal right there. Throws it up. Nope. Tony tapped it out. Michael got it. BJ's down the floor. Here comes Pip. BJ puts it up. Yep. It's a 2-point Orlando lead. John, it hadn't always been pretty, but the Bulls have been effective offensively.
You're right. Shaq had that easy layup underneath. He expected to get hammered. Missed a shot.
Anderson in the wing. O'Neal comes across. And
it's on Luke.
And Daryl Joyner is on the baseline. DJ, what's up?
Well, guys, in the pregame show, we talked about Dennis Scott getting off to a great start. Well, he's got 11 points so far, 4 for 5 from the field, and 3 for 3 from the three-point land. So you got to keep an eye on that guy if the Magic are going to be successful tonight. Back to you guys on the sideline.
Scott goes down low now. Scotty comes over to help Horace with a long jumper. That's just inside three-point range. Scotty quickly down the floor. Finds Michael, had it tapped away. MJ lost it again, this time out of bounds. Bulls ball, 17 on the shot clock.
Scotty working on that hand, that right hand. He went in hard to the basket. Looked like he got hit on that hand. See, pinching that.
Luke will get the inbound pass, give it right back to Scotty. Fakes the shot. Now they'll reset. 13 on the shot clock. Luke going to the bucket inside. Tony puts it up and in. Tony with a good move inside.
So that's 10 apiece for Scotty and for Kukoc. And those are the two guys they wanted to get off. Bulls trail by 2 here.
Lob inside for O'Neal. Looking inside for Horace, who missed it. Rebound tap loose. Horace got it. Luke ties the ball. Jump ball. And we got a timeout on the floor. 2:49 left in the first, and the Magic lead is back down to 2.
Keep your hands where I can see them, brother.
Partner, I have a gun.
He was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
They have a witness, a gun, and your funky attitude. How do you plead? Man, I didn't do it.
Now, the only one who can save his life.
Serial number on the gun I picked up has been changed.
Is a cop who must risk his own.
You're one of us, not a brother.
Glass Shield, rated PG-13. Starts Friday, June 2nd at a theater near you.
Sports Channel is trying to ruin your life. See, they're going to give one person 2 tickets to every regular season Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, Sox, and Bears game played in Chicago next season. It's a contest.
I wouldn't do it.
Plus, they want to give you a brand new car for a whole year just to drive around.
Courtesy of the Gleason Automotive Group.
It's over 250 games. You won't have time to do anything else. Your whole life will be shot. Be reasonable.
There's only one, Bob Rohrman.
Why do all roads lead to Toyota of Westmont? Because we'll do whatever it takes to make you the best deal possible. Low financing, no payment for 90 days, no down payment lease programs, and much, much more. On Camrys, Corollas, pickup trucks, and even the all-new Avalon. Bob Rohrman's Toyota of Westmont, 1 mile west of Route 83 on Ogden Avenue. Buy anywhere else and you're burning money.
Sign up for the Miller Genuine Draft Shoot the Bull 3-on-3 Classic coming this summer to Chicago's Grant Park. Sponsored in part by the Chicago Tribune, Coca-Cola, Sport Mart, and Salem Sportswear. Call 312-455-4000 for more information. Back here at the United Center, Magic with a 2-point lead, 30-28. And Johnny, they were working on Scotty during the timeout.
Yeah, we talked about him having that sore thumb, and he just stuck his hand right in the ice bucket that they handed him there. Tommy, how can you be down by 2 when a team hits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 3-point field goals at you, but you come back and shoot 71%? They're only shooting 61. That's pretty good.
Right.
Huh?
See, the last 15, Orlando's gone a little cold. Now we got a jump ball. Johnny, the other ball game here when Orlando won. Orlando took the Bulls' best punch at the start of the game and stayed right with them. Bulls with a chance to tie it this time. I'd say the Bulls have taken Orlando's best punch and stayed right with them through the first.
That was a legal defense down there. They don't call it.
Tony one-on-one with Horace. Horace talking to him a little bit. Gets it over to Luke from 16. Luke wrongly is tied it at 30. Big Luke. Johnny, we said he's just starting to play his best basketball. 4 points and 3 rebounds for the big guy.
Oh, Horace just got shoved out of the way by Luke.
O'Neal with it. Turns inside, throws it up, and a foul call. And next Wednesday night on the Sports Channel Report, we'll have the grand prize drawing from our What Fans Want contest live from the Second City stage. Join Sports Channel and the Second City gang for sports, comedy, and the grand prize drawing. Don't miss this exciting event. Who's fan enough to win the grand prize? Find out next Wednesday night on the Sports Channel Report.
So O'Neal will shoot 2 free throws. Luke stays in the game. He's got 2 fouls. He's played very well here in the first quarter. Shaq with 3 for 3 from that stripe.
5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists as Brian Shaw will come in. Dennis Scott checks out.
Ronnie Harper's going to get a call here after this free throw.
There to pull down the rebound. Bulls can take the lead now with a deuce. Kukoc on the wing gets it right back to BJ. Michael comes in to post up, goes for the bucket, and the Bulls take the lead back. Bulls led 2-0 after 1 minute, and now take their first return lead at 1:52. Orlando had a 9-point lead during the first period. Luke and Shaq, lob pass, and 3 seconds gone.
Luke was locked up with O'Neal down low, and Shaq just wouldn't move that 1 foot out of that painted area.
So MJ comes out now as Ronnie Harper checks in. 1:40 left in the first. Mark it down. Let's see how the Bulls can do from here. Luke comes out high to set the screen.
Whoa, Luke.
He's open, wide open inside, big Luke. Harper in the corner, lights up with 3, short. Tony right there for the rebound off. And he wants to set it up. Didn't feel comfortable with what he saw. Now he's got O'Neal on him, wants Luke out of the way. That's everybody out of the way. Nick Anderson's illegal. Pass deflected. Scotty comes over to get it. Pip sets up for a three. And O'Neal gets it out to Brian Shaw. 32-31 Bulls. Horace Grant from 18. Harper now pushes it up the floor. Tony wants it. Tony really wanted it in there and has it. Kukoc, baseline jumper, just wouldn't stay down. The rebound pulled down by Brian Shaw. Horace Grant running hard, going right down the middle. So is Shaq. Brian Shaw, so everybody in there. Scotty got BJ down the floor. Fires it to him. BJ.
Nice job. Beautiful long pass.
34-31 now. Bulls with the lead. Grant gets it back to Hardaway. Let's see if they try and get a 2-for-1. Doesn't look like it. O'Neal, baseline. Ronnie Harper over to help. Throws it to Horace. Lost it, got it back. Into the corner. Baseline three. Brian Shaw. Shaq with a rebound. Lost it out of bounds. Bulls ball.
Bulls with 13. Michael get the call or Steve Kerr. Who's going to get it? Both of them. Too late. Too late. The ball is inbounds and on its way up. BJ on the point. You don't see this too often.
That's what's left in the first. BJ drives inside. Baseline Scotty.
Yes. Pippen with 12. Bulls with a 5-point lead.
No bucket. We have played one big period here at the United Center. The Bulls on the brink of elimination have a 5-point lead. Bulls lead at 36-31. Orlando started out great, finished up 50%, 11 of 22. How about the Bulls? 14 of 21. Orlando murdered them from three-point range, but the Bulls got a few more rebounds. And Johnny got a couple of highlights for us.
Pippen threw a strike, a bullet all the way down to BJ. BJ gathers it in, goes up and lays it up to give the Bulls an extra lead. And then right before the time running out, BJ breaks it down, kicks it out to Pip. He takes a step inside the three, knocks it down. And the reaction of the fans, they love it.
What's your key to the second, Reds?
Well, I say harass Grant. Yes, Horace. He's 1 for 4 from the field, no rebounds and 1 turnover. So keep up the good work.
Johnny, do you think the same thing? I said this earlier that what was it, game 3, I think, when Orlando took the Bulls' best punch and came right back at the end of the first quarter. The Bulls seemingly tonight took Orlando's best punch. Magic did a great job from three-point range. Shot the ball incredibly well. Then the Bulls came back and took the lead.
You're right. They ran out to a 9-point lead, and the Bulls just slowly came back and went to work. The two guys who wanted to get involved in this game are involved. Kukoc with 10 points and Pippen with 12. Michael sits a little bit here now as Will Perdue comes in. Nice job by Luke Longley.
So it's Harper, Kerr, Kukoc, Perdue, and Pippen against Hardaway, O'Neal, Grant, Anderson, and Brian Shaw. And now Hardaway's guarding Scottie Pippen. And let's see if Pip tries to post him up. That's just what Scotty wants. Lob to Ronnie Harper, couldn't get it. Scotty just took it away from everybody, lost it out of bounds. Brian Shaw, and it's Bulls ball.
Almost had an over the top.
Scotty thought he got fouled. Just a little too tall. Will gives it right back to Scotty with Hardaway on him. Bulls swinging now. Kukoc looks inside, and Scotty fouled by Nick Anderson. Came around the side and pushed. Nick Anderson picks up his second. First team foul, and Pip will trigger the inbound pass. Scotty again wants that post up. Boy, he wants that ball down there. Scotty gets it. Comes inside.
Right over the big guy. Penny Hardaway picks up the foul, but Scotty steps on in and busts that rim down over Shaq. Penny comes in to get him. One step inside, and when he gets inside, up he goes. Take another look at it. Wow. Anthony Bowie in for Nick Anderson.
So Pip gets a free throw. Scottie Pippen, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists already. Make it 15 points. 39-31 now, Bulls with the lead. Shaw, they want him to stay on that side. Horace Grant gets the pass, baseline for Bowie. Bowie throws up the running hook and puts it in. 39-33 now, Bulls with the lead. Tony with it on the wing. Goes baseline.
A quick little step he makes cost him a turnover here.
So the Magic will inbound now. 39-33, Bulls with the lead. Bob inside for O'Neal. Backs in against Will. Throws one in. O'Neal just tosses it down, and it's a 4-point Bulls lead.
That's a good one, not to double on. Make him take that turnaround shot.
Scotty wants it again, has it. That'd be an illegal. They got to double team him. Finally throws it up at the basket. And O'Neal with a rebound. Two guys standing in the middle of the lane, not double teaming. Shaw looks for the lob, and Shaq drops it in.
And that's not the ones you want to give. You want to have him make that turnaround. So down to a 2-point lead for the Bulls.
Harper with Bowie on him. Get it over to Steve Kerr. Backs it off. Look for the shot. Ronnie Harper on top. Tony.
Take it.
Will right there for the rebound. Throws it back down.
He's got to take that shot, no hesitation. Tony's got to look at it. If it's open, boom, you take it.
41-37 now, Bulls with the lead. Michaels had a decent rest. Shaw goes down low. Hardaway brings it back out. Now Shaw with a post up on Steve Kerr. Backs him in, throws it up with the left hand, and traveling. Timeout. 9:43 left in the first half, and the Bulls lead the Magic by 4.
And welcome back to the United Center. And joining me now is a former Bull, Craig Hodges. And Craig, you've been in many battles with this Bulls team. These guys, they're very aggressive tonight, considering they're facing possible elimination.
I think, that's a sign of a veteran ball club. They've been through many wars together, and I think it's just a matter of time until they can get a rhythm together. I think tonight they can do it.
What about your buddy Scotty? He's coming out here and having a great game so far. He's determined not to let the Bulls lose.
Yeah, I think Scotty knew he had to come out aggressive tonight, so BJ. So I think they're in good shape.
So it looks good right now for the Bulls?
Absolutely.
All right, Craig, thank you very much. Again, Craig Hodges, former Chicago Bull, checking out the game tonight from the sidelines. Back over to you, Tom and Johnny.
All right, thank you. Boy, it's great to see the Sheik here, huh?
Yes, sir.
Great to see him back.
Steve Kerr has not got many shots in this series. He just said something to Will. He said, Will, watch me on this one play. Let's see what happens. So Jett Bushler, Michael Jordan come in the game along with Will Perdue, Scottie Pippen, and Steve Kerr.
41-37 Bulls with the lead. So they kept a pretty decent lead, a 4-point lead without Michael in the game. Kerr brings it up the floor against Brian Shaw. Gets in the pass to Bushy. Pip over to Michael on the wing. On top, Bushler. Back to Scotty. Bulls run a little baseline. Judd Bushler with the jumper. Just off. Michael tipped it, couldn't get it. And Shaw with a rebound. It's hard to come in and take a shot right away. You like to handle the basketball a couple times. Shaw down low, kicks it back. Hardaway. Horace Grant, long range air ball, but Brian Shaw right there lays it in. Like to make him pay for those.
Yes, sir.
Dennis Scott gets ready to check in. Scotty trying to post up, gets it down. Horace over to double team. Pip on top. Steve Kerr fakes the long range three. Stops 15-footer. Steve Kerr drops it in. Bulls take a 4-point lead right back as O'Neal posts up. Bushler comes over to help. Now Scotty, jump hook. Nope, rebound. Hardaway went over the top for it up, and a foul on Will Perdue.
Hardaway a little bit bigger than Michael underneath, a little taller underneath. He went up and out rebounds him, and the foul is on Will Perdue. Four free throw shot by the Magic, all by O'Neal.
(43-40) now as Harris comes back with Michael near half court. And it's a 2-point Bulls lead with 8.5 remaining here. First half of action. Will up high. Looks for the open man. It's Steve Kerr into the corner. Michael. Bulls been having very quick ball movement. Baseline jumper. Will. But Shaq just came right in front and took it away. Just more aggressive. Shaw looking for the lob. Pip took it away. Tried to save it. He did. Steve Kerr down the floor. Michael as Bushy and Will. MJ throws it up. Had it tapped out of bounds. It should be Bulls ball, and it is. What hustle by Scottie Pippen at the other end.
Great save. He saw that. He saw it was coming for the alley-oop. He tight ropes it down here, throws it behind his back to Steve Kerr. Kerr up to Michael.
MJ gets it inside. Scottie with the fake, brings it out. Backs in, and a foul call to Scottie on the pass was going to Judd Bushler, and foul called on Brian Shaw. His first third team foul on the Magic. Bulls with 1 team foul. Bulls lead it by 2. Kerr bounces. Will Perdue off the glass, tosses it in. Well, the Monster's playing pretty well so far. But Shaq isn't doing too bad himself. 9 points and 7 rebounds for him. Shaw starts to back in. Will comes over to help, and you can't do that.
No, the Bulls did not double team for quite a while. Shaq comes down with 10 and 11.
Michael with a post up. O'Neal over to double team, and he walked. He knew it.
Shaq, talk about Duncan. Yes. Yes, a big dunk by the Shaq.
Rim shook for a while. Shaw with Steve Kerr right there defensively. Lost it. Oh, Judd Bushler almost took it away. Bowie with a long range too. Boy, he caught that and threw it in. And we're tied at 45 now. Scottie with a 3. Nope. Steve Kerr with a rebound inside. Michael got fouled. That should be on O'Neal. Shaq should pick up his second. We got a timeout on the floor. 6:51. We're tied at 45. Game 6 NBA semifinals. The Chicago Bulls down 3-2. Need a win here at the United Center. Bulls and the Magic tied at 45 here. And Pip still putting some ice on that right thumb. Steve Kerr had some ice on his right shoulder.
Shaquille O'Neal with 11 points. He's got 7 rebounds. A nice job of stepping inside when he gets the ball and hammering it home. The Bulls would like to see him take that turnaround towards the baseline. And
oh, look at this. Scottie's the flame. Michael is the fire.
Well, so far, Pip with 15 points. MJ with 4 in the first quarter.
Scottie get a rest now. Ronnie Harper comes back in with Steve Kerr, Will Perdue, Judd Bushler, and Michael. So a small lineup on the floor for the Bulls.
He's got a 5-point lead at the quarter, but we got a tie game right here. 6 of 8 this quarter for Orlando from the field. 4 of 10 for the Bullies.
Steve's working on that right shoulder, trying to work it out. Looks like he may have got hit or something. So MJ with a pair of free throws. Grant. Dennis Scott as Bill Wennington will come in for the Bulls. MJ hits the first as Shaq stepped out. Donald Royal, Dennis Scott, Horace Grant, Brian Shaw, and Anthony Bowie for the Magic. MJ makes it again, a 2-point Bulls lead. Shaw with Michael on him. Scott now trying to post up. Harper comes over, taps it away, and picks up the foul. His first, second team foul on the Bulls.
See what the Bulls' strategy is here. I don't know if you want to go double team guys. Shaq sitting on the bench. Pretty good outside shooters in here now.
Scott with Ronnie Harper on him. Wennington came over to help. Loose ball inside. Judd finally comes up, gets it ahead. MJ with Ronnie Harper for laid it in.
Good job, Harper. They combine on a steal. Michael to Harper. Holds up now 4.
Royal on the wing. Goes baseline on Bushy. Michael with a block. MJ picks it up, goes behind the back. Here he comes.
There he is, Bush. Oh! He was looking to give it to Harper before he caught it.
Shaw gets it off. Baseline deuce is good. Boy, they just make big shot after big shot. Anthony Bowie from the baseline.
6 for him all in this quarter.
And it's back to a 2-point Bulls lead. Michael stops, takes a long 2, tried to answer, couldn't do it. Bushler comes up with a rebound. Bulls will set up the triangle now. Harper comes over, spins, goes to the bucket, missed it. Michael tapped, and a loose ball foul on the Bulls. Yep, came over the back. Hardaway and Anderson come in as Bowie leaves, and so does Brian Shaw.
Michael with a bounce pass to Harp. Harp takes it on in.
Dennis Scott with a post up now. It's back to Hardaway. Scott kicks it out. Nick Anderson for a 3. Off, rebound fought for. Michael comes down with it. Lost it, got it back, but he stepped out of bounds. He must have stepped out of bounds, and Michael really upset with
he went out. They said he went out of bounds and then came back in. That's what Jess Kersey's saying.
Phil Jackson hollering the same thing.
He does step out of bounds and comes in. Illegal defense. Who they got here?
Steve Kerr.
So they get the illegal defense when Shaq is not in the game. 5 minutes to go here.
2-point Bulls lead. Anderson pops out. Hardaway looking for the post up. Now takes it on the wing with Michael on him. Hardaway starts to back. Throws it off balance shot in. Count it, and he's fouled.
12 for Hardaway.
And Bill Wennington will pick up the personal foul.
Well, remember the job that this guy did when Shaq missed the game in Orlando. He took over, and he does again tonight when he's not there. Pippen comes in for Bushler. Tony Kukoc is going to come back in the game for Steve Kerr.
So Hardaway will get a free throw and a chance to give the Magic the lead. (50-49) now Orlando with the lead, and Shaq's been on the bench for a little while. Tony looking for the reverse. It's Michael posting up with Anderson on him. MJ hung for a second. Wennington inside for the slam. Oh, the Bulls take the lead right back. Scott with Pippen on him. Hardaway wanted to post up, comes out wide. He'll take a baseline tough shot. Horace with the offensive rebound. Baseline, this time it's a 3.
Horace went and got that rebound, so 16 for Hardaway. He's doing the damage here, 8 in this quarter.
Lob for Ronnie Harper inside, missed it, tapped it. Wennington tried to get it, and finally Orlando had it tipped away. Michael gets it inside. Ronnie Harper for the jam. Tied back up at 53, and John, I still got to say it's not pretty for the Bulls, but it's tied. Hardaway stops, takes another 3. That's way short. Michael right there. Scotty running hard. Ronnie Harper looked for him, takes it inside and lays it in. Ronnie Harper is coming and giving this team a good surge off the bench. away. Dennis Scott comes across now with Tony on him. Coach came to help. Dennis Scott inside, throws one up, but a foul call.
And they will get to the line. Here comes the Shaq into the game.
First half, second half, you look at Shaq's numbers. First half 13, second half 10. He just doesn't shoot it quite as well. This evening, 11 points for Shaq Fu. Luke Longley will check back into the game. When Shaq got up, so did Luke. Well, Dennis Scott can tie it up.
I trust him.
Here comes Luke. And Bill Winnington checks out. Dennis Scott, you see, first round, second round. Although all that kind of went out the window last game when he just buried the team. And we're tied again at 55 now. Coach on the wing. On top finds Harper over to Michael. That was a hard pass. Tony wanted to post up. Luke did. Michael spins inside. Oh, what a shot. He was looking for a foul.
Right, contact with Shaq. That gives Michael 8. You're right, he was looking for the foul. He went in there and just threw a jump hook over his head. The prayer.
Donald Royal with Scotty on him on top for Shaq. Now Shaq will toss it to the wing and come right down low. Shaq gets it. Bulls. Michael tapped it away and picked up the foul. They say got him on the arm. And we got a timeout. 2:31 left first half, and the Bulls lead it by 2.
Bulls with a 2-point lead. Michael Jordan with the tongue out. He's going to run into the middle. Shaq's going to be waiting for him. What do? You just throw it up over your head, hope it goes in. And it does.
57-55, Bulls with the lead. 2.5, actually 2:31 left, John. And coming up tomorrow night on Sports Channel, Sox pregame at 6:30. Get to know the guys you love to hate. Ed Farmer goes behind the scenes to find out what baseball umpires are really like. Hear from players, coaches, fans, and the umps themselves tomorrow night, 6:30 in the Sox pregame show here on Sports Channel, followed by the Sox and Angels game. And Daryl Joyner, what's up?
Well, guys, Tim Clemens, the assistant coach of the Bulls, and he says he wants the team to finish strong in the last minutes and 1 seconds to go into the halftime with the lead and start off that third quarter with a major push and not have the letdown like they did in the previous game. Back over to you, Tom and Johnny.
Shaq's going to shoot a couple here. What, 3 out of 4?
Yes, sir.
On the line.
7 rebounds, couple assists, a steal, and 11 points. He's also got 2 fouls. I'd like to see him go right to Luke next time down the floor as Shaq hits that. This guy's gotten a lot of pub, not just from us, but from everybody. Their free throw shooting coach.
Isn't that something? Today's day and age.
Yeah.
You have to bring a free throw shooting coach up.
Rebound tapped out of bounds, and it is
jump ball. They didn't see it. He misses the shot. They let him get inside. You cannot be jumping around.
Scotty came over and talked to Luke about what he wants. It'll be Scotty and Donald Royal. I think that's what Pip was waiting for right there. He points over between Tony and BJ, and that's where it goes. And
Scott,
foul on Dennis Scott.
John Scott, yeah.
Oh, it's Bulls ball, just a violation. Okay.
He went in through the circle. That's what they're saying. Okay. No foul.
All right, Bulls lead it by 1, Reds. 57-56, 2:23 left here. Bulls start with 2 guards high. BJ goes through to the corner. On the reverse, Luke turns and looks. Back to BJ. Bulls run a little weave here. Shot clock at 6, at 5. BJ off the screen, inside looking for the big guy, and it's out of bounds with 2 on the shot clock. That's the first time, John, I can remember the Bulls getting down that far and not getting something good on the shot clock. 2 to shoot.
Oh, look, an eye foul. Nick says he grabbed me. You work hard enough. 17 for Pip.
59-56. I have to ask you this. This tempo's a little high. That favors Orlando, you think?
They're doing it here off the half court.
Anderson looking for the open man. Shot clock at 6 as they go down to O'Neal. Spins inside, running one hander from Shaquille O'Neal. He's got 14. Gets back to a 1-point Bulls lead. Luke posts up. Well, he's been kind of quiet after a good first period.
Take it to the hole.
Right at him.
Not that one.
Tapped out. Ronnie Harper tried to get it and picked up the foul.
Not that one. You take it to him where he's got to make body contact to you to catch a foul. Here's the out of bounds play.
Or didn't grab anybody.
He was wide open on the play, but foul, and they'll go to the line here. Take it to the middle. Take it to the middle. That's where the fouls occur. Not fading away, going with the left hand.
Well, that's it. And with Shaq already have 2 fouls, having 2 fouls, I mean, you know he doesn't want to pick up that third one. Horace Grant is 1 of 5 from the field as Nick Anderson hits the free throw. Michael up off the bench with 1:17 left in the first half. MJ comes in. Ronnie Harper checks out, and Harper gets a nice hand.
Nick makes both of them.
And the Magic take the lead back. 1:15 left first half now. Scotty wanted to go down. Michael comes across, posts up. Quick shot. Michael, no, but a foul called.
Hardaway.
Both hands. Hardaway. Second.
Michael Jordan shoots a penalty.
MJ at the line. And John, there's no question Michael's shot some free throws in this series as the first one bounces off, but nothing like what Shaq has done. 186 for their team, 75 for Shaq. Bulls 139. Michael with 39.
Missed the both. Missed the both.
And Hardaway brings it up for the Magic. O'Neal pops way out. Down low, Anderson. Anderson finds Horace, and Anderson just did pick that up. Shot clock at 4. Long three-pointer. Michael had a tap. Came up with it. Looking down the floor. MJ finds Pip. Scotty inside. Tony gets it up. No.
Oh, they stop him right at the wall. Bulls don't capitalize.
Baseline. O'Neal back to Hardaway. He'll take a long 3.
Yes, sir. This young ball club really knows what to do with it when they make a stop. They go down to their big guy and then come back to Penny Hardaway. He's got 19. He's got 4 3-point field goals.
And the Bulls won at 20.
Well, I'll tell you, the Bulls run one of the worst fast breaks that they've run all year. They got a chance to come down. 4 guys come down, attack the basket, and they've got 3 underneath defending. That's not a fast break.
No. Nope. Well, let's see what the Bulls do now. 19.6 left. 17 on the shot clock. Steve and Norm will be back in the studio at halftime. Bring you highlights from this first half. Phil's still talking about exactly what he wants here to his ball club. Looking at Scotty, BJ. Got that play. Bulls here at home at the United Center before Michael. Not bad, 21-12 on the road, 13-19. Michael came back 7-1 on the road. Great, 6-3. 2-3 playoffs on the road. And now the Magic won a 20-second timeout. So Brian Hill waits to see exactly what the Bulls' setup is.
Well, now if I'm the Bulls, I take out Longley and put in Steve Kerr and stay in the huddle until they come out on the floor. Now, Will's got his mask on, and he normally doesn't put it on sitting on the bench. What are we going to do here? So Will comes in the game.
So Will, Michael, Scotty, Tony, and BJ. 17 on the shot clock. Scotty comes over and set a screen and got it right back. Gives it back to BJ, over to Tony with Dennis Scott on him. Back to Scotty on top. Shot clock at 10. Over to Michael. MJ drives inside, put it off the glass, wouldn't stay down. Rebound tapped out, should be Bulls ball, and it is, with 5.6 seconds remaining. Now here comes Steve Kerr. And we'll have to think it would be for Will. Yeah, Will.
He doesn't know who to put him in for, Bowie in for now, does he?
Bowie wants to come in, and Anthony Hardaway checks out. Hardaway with 2 fouls. They don't want him to pick up that third. Scotty's still working on that thumb. Get it in, finds BJ. BJ drives in, off the glass. It will stay down. 0.2 of a second left, and the Magic and the Chicago Bulls have finished the first half here at the United Center. Bulls got the first lead, took it 2-0. Orlando came right back and really answered the Bulls very well. They had a nice run through the middle of the first quarter, and then the Bulls tried to answer that, but it was all Magic early on. The Bulls took quite a hit in the first few minutes of this ball game. You see the Bulls coming off now, going out to their dressing room, but the Bulls took that punch and tried to retaliate. Now, once again at halftime, the Orlando Magic lead the Chicago Bulls 63-61. Now let's go back to the studio. One more time, here's Steve Cashel. Magic with a 2-point lead, 63-61. And let's take a look at first half stats now. Both teams shoot the ball pretty well. Magic 22 of 40. Bulls get 5 more shots and make 3 more. Free throws just about the same. 3-pointers huge for Orlando, and you wonder if they can keep that one up. Rebounds, Bulls with a couple more, including 1 more offensive. Turnovers and assists, you see the Bulls with 7 more. Now let's go down to the baseline. Dyrell Joyner standing by with Jimmy Clemens. DJ?
All right, guys, assistant coach Jimmy Clemens is here. And Jimmy, what did you tell the guys during the halftime, knowing that last go-around, the third quarter, proved to be detrimental to the Bulls?
Well, we're going to try and keep our energy level up. Hopefully we went out and had a good warm-up. Try and be more patient. The score, even though we're only down 2, is a little bit more to their liking than ours. So we're going to try and control this tempo a little bit this third quarter.
You did a pretty good job on Shaq in the first half.
Well, did a decent job on him. Their 3-pointers have allowed them to have the lead, so we're trying to be cognizant of that. Just trying to stay on the boards.
All right, thanks, son. Good luck in the third and fourth quarter, okay? Again, Jim Clemens talking about the team's chances going into this ball game. Let's send it over to Tom and Johnny, guys.
Anthony Hardaway had a great first half, 6 of 10 from the field, including 4 of 6 from 3-point range. He also had 4 assists to go with those 19 points. Shaq with 14, including 7 rebounds for the Bulls. Scotty had 17, 12 of those in the first quarter. Tony had 10. All 10 of those came in the first quarter. So the Bulls need a little bit of work from those guys in the third period. And Johnny, the third quarter has been some problems. Bulls are 18-25 when they're outscored in that third, 35-13 when they win the third. And 12 of their 18 lowest scoring quarters were third, and 5 more were in the fourth. 63-61. Magic with a lead. Bulls trying to tie it on this possession. Luke goes over, sets a screen for Michael. Tony comes back, kicks it back to MJ. Shot clock at 10. He'll take a 3. That's short and goes over the top.
Jackie Rovner and the group listening and watching, and we hope that you can bring us through the second half.
Hardaway brings it across the timeline with Michael on him. Anderson goes inside. O'Neal fakes, goes to the bucket, and it just did roll in. Well, the Magic lead it by 4 now as Pip brings it across the timeline. Michael on the wing. Gets it out on top. BJ over to Tony. Fakes the three. Drives inside to the bucket. Off the glass and in.
His first hoop since that first quarter. He had 10 big ones in the first quarter, and he knocks it to a 2-point deficit here.
Anderson comes out in the corner. They go inside for Shaq. O'Neal jump hook. And he's 2 for 2. 67-63 now. Magic with a lead. Michael on the lob.
Around and out. Nothing going for Mike. 3 for 11 from the field. And you hit it on the head. He looked a little bit tired in that second quarter. Chasing Hardaway all over him.
O'Neal wants Anderson to go through. It's Longley one-on-one. Fadeaway jumper. And Scotty right there. Morris comes over to cut him off. Over to Michael. Down low, Tony. This is where Tony ought to shine. Luke comes through over to BJ. He'll take the three. BJ from there. Yes.
11 for BJ. That's only the second three. That's been a difference here. The threes.
Magic with a 1-point lead now as Scott tries to answer. Comes into the lane. The leap and leaner is good from Dennis Scott. Scotty's thumb must hurt. He's dribbling with the left hand. He's doing as much as he can with that left hand. MJ brings it to the wing. Luke comes across. Inside with the left hand. It rolled in. Luke Longley. That's what you and I were looking for earlier in the game, John.
Yeah, go to the middle. Go to the middle. You got a good shot at that ball, catching that rim and flipping in, or picking up the ball.
Hardaway gets it back. Michael trying to save it. Couldn't. 14 on the shot clock, and it's Magic ball. Anderson puts it in to Grant. Dennis Scott on the wing, back on top. Horace. As Scotty runs by. Oh, you got to call that, I think. Off the glass. Horace just lucked out throwing that in. They'll take him any way they can get him. It's a 3-point Magic lead. Scotty posted up down low. Horace over to help. BJ tries another three. Just off. Rebound tapped out, and it goes right to Grant. BJ tried to take it away. Everything's going to Orlando right now. Dennis Scott for a three. And that came out. And MJ's going to slow it down now. Bulls want to control the tempo. That's one of the things Jimmy Clemens said right there at halftime. BJ looks for the opening. Hardaway right there on him. Fakes the shot inside.
He leaned in. Yeah, he leaned in on him and didn't get the foul call.
Scott finds Horace Graham on the wing.
Anderson way over in this corner.
O'Neal with the lob, missed it. Here comes Scotty. Bulls can cut it to a 1-point lead, and Hardaway anticipated the pass, took it away. Dennis Scott fakes the three. Nick Anderson and Tony knocked it away. Dennis Scott will trigger the inbound pass. 18 on the shot clock. Hardaway looking for the one-on-one move. O'Neal slides down. Gets it. On top, Anderson. Goes to Dennis Scott. This time he's open for the three, and that one won't stay. Luke tapped it. BJ saved it. Now the Bulls with another chance to cut it to one. BJ finds Michael on the wing. Cross-court Luke fakes the shot. Comes inside. Bounces to Scotty. Lost it. Throws.
Jump ball finally. Tough pass underneath. Scotty was looking to rebound, so it'll be a jump ball.
And we got a timeout. 7:44 left, third period. The Magic lead the Bulls 71-68.
You want to know about life, son? Life is like prime time in the NBA.
Either you hunt with the hounds or don't get off the porch. And when you train, you rain.
Now, this activity makes you thirsty.
Fortunately, the NBA has Gatorade, the sports drink the league plays on. And play on, you must.
That's life.
Say it with me now. Life is a sport. Drink it up.
Whether you get Ameritech Cellular to help your family feel safer
take 94 east, then go about 5 miles to the next exit.
To get more done.
Traffic's backed up for miles.
Or just to make life easier.
Better pick up something for dinner, honey.
Here's the best reason of all. Call 1-800-MOBILE-1 to sign up and get an NEC portable phone and 50 minutes of airtime each month for less than $1 a day. Ameritech, your link to better communication.
Tonight on the Channel 5 News at 10, you trust your doctors.
I wouldn't have believed our doctor to do this.
But what if they made a mistake?
There's no way something like that should happen.
Can a doctor operate on the wrong knee or remove a breast for no reason?
I don't understand how there's 7 people or 8 people in an operating room, and all of them can make this mistake.
Could it happen to you?
He'd be alive today.
Joan Esposito tells you what you need to know before you go into the OR. Tonight at 10 on the Channel 5 News, Chicago's best news.
We've got all the bases covered tonight on the Sports Channel Report. As usual, we'll have comprehensive post-game coverage from the United Center, plus a chat with Bears quarterback Steve Walsh, all after the Bulls and Magic.
Back here, the United Center, and there he is. Gene Siskel says, thumbs up. Look at that. You bet. You bet.
I'd like to give speedy recovery to Jim Kendrick. A little automobile accident going home from the game the other day. Hip going down. He's going to be in a jump ball situation with, who is it, Hardaway or
Nick Anderson, I think. Bulls crowd trying to get this ball club rolling a little bit. Luke puts it out to Michael. Lost it, got it back. Baseline Luke Longley with the archer. Nope, Scotty mistimed his jump. Hardaway looks down the floor. Anderson wanted it. That's where they wanted to go. Tony right there on him, one-on-one. Anderson on the dribble. Goes baseline, throws it up. Luke had it, lost it, got it back, and BJ finally comes out. Ahead to Scotty. Pip finds Tony. Kukoc had it knocked away and a foul called. Tony Kukoc will go to the free throw line.
Horace Grant picks up the foul. You'll hear the crowd react to this. His second. Tony coming on in the fast break.
Tony misses that. Daryl Joyner, you got an update on Steve Kerr? What's up?
Well, guys, Steve Kerr is on the bench right now with an ice pack on his shoulder. He said he got hit earlier in the game. I asked him if he was okay. He said, yeah, he's ready to go. But, again, not decision will be made upon by Phil Jackson. Back over to Tom and Johnny.
All right, thanks, DJ. 71-69 now as Tony splits the free throws. Hardaway goes down, finds Shaq. Back to Penny Hardaway. O'Neal and Longley in a shoving matchup. Big guy, Shaq throws it up short, got his own rebound. With this one up now and a foul called on Luke Longley.
Luke's third. Big guy inside. Shaq taking that shot, coming back, getting a rebound again, pounding it back down.
18 points, 9 rebounds for Shaq. Of those, 4 of them are offensive as O'Neal hits the first.
All the things are going right. They're hitting their outside threes. He's making the free throws.
And they're up 72-69. Neither team is just tearing it up here in the third period. BJ takes it on the wing. Tony goes through. Michael comes across, wants it, has it. O'Neal comes across. MJ throws it up. No, rebound tap. And Dennis Scott gets it ahead to Hardaway. Hardaway on top for Horace. Bulls have done a great job of keeping Grant out of this offensive flow. Anderson on the wing with 8 on the shot clock. On top, Grant kicks it back. Dennis Scott, a long three.
We got 4 threes now. Bulls, they're covering the perimeter pretty well, and they're also covering down low pretty well.
75-69, Magic with the steal. Hardaway back to Scott. Baseline, Nick Anderson for a three.
They're just killing the Bulls now, and Phil's going to need a timeout.
They'll take it. Magic on a roll here in the third period. It doesn't look good for another third period here.
If you think aftershave has to hurt to work, then you're probably getting burned, because you sure aren't using one with cooling sensates. Sensitive from Old Spice. It's more than a great scent. This is real refreshment. Want proof? Put your aftershave here. Put sensitive here. If this doesn't take the sting out of aftershave, call 1-800-PROVE-IT and they'll buy you a bottle of yours. Come on. Take the sensitive challenge from Old Spice. You're going to feel a whole lot better about aftershave. I do.
Your local Nissan dealers are on a mission to save you money with a $249 lease and a zero down payment on the affordable luxury sedan Altima. Lease an Altima GXE with dual airbags, power windows and locks, air conditioning and more, all for just $249 a month for 36 months with a zero down payment. With a $249 lease and zero down, there's never been a better time to choose Altima. Now through May 31st at your nearest Nissan dealer.
Sign up for the Miller Genuine Draft Shoot the Bull 3-on-3 Classic coming this summer to Chicago's Grant Park. Sponsored in part by the Chicago Tribune, Coca-Cola, Sport Mart, and Salem Sportswear. Call 312-455-4000 for more information.
And welcome back to the United Center. If you don't recognize his face, this is the father of Shaq Diesel, Philip Harrison, and Shaq's dad. What do you think about your son so far? He's had a pretty good night.
Excellent night. Excellent night. It's the last game.
Obviously, you've had a big influence on him, and he said that you've had a major influence on his life, and he's even written a record about you.
All he do is listen. He listens. All you kids is listen to your parents. Your parents won't do you wrong. Listen to them.
All right, let's kick it back over to Tom and Johnny as play resumes. Guys?
Bulls fans trying to get their ball club going. It's the third quarter. It's at that other basket the Bulls don't really like. See if they can make something happen. MJ will take a three.
Jordan knocks it down. He's got 11 now. Three-point field goals. They've got 10 out of 17 here. The most the Bulls have ever made in a game was 10. That was against Phoenix when they beat them out there in Game 6.
Dennis Scott looking to get open. Gets it high with 9 in the shot clock. Scott inside for O'Neal. Tony comes over to help. Pass deflected. Scotty will try and save it, and he does. Bulls pushing the ball up the floor. Tony. Scotty on top, looking for the opening, over to Michael. On the wing, MJ had Anderson, now takes the shot off balance, it's short, Michael gets his own rebound. Inside, gotta be a foul on O'Neal, and there it is. Shaquille O'Neal will pick up his third personal.
Michael misses this shot, but comes in on the baseline to pick up the rebound and will take it on in against Shaq. Try to adjust in the air, and he will.
78-73 now.
Michael's got to jump into that phone booth. 4 for 14 from the field.
Well, he might be. It's a 4-point Orlando lead. Anderson gets it ahead, finds Hardaway on the wing. Cross court, Dennis Scott takes the three. Anderson over to Hardaway. Penetrates inside. Denny Hardaway, nope, rebound tap. O'Neal can't get it. Rebound loose on the floor. O'Neal. Luke took it away and wants a timeout, but instead they call a jump ball. Luke just flat took it away, and they'll get a jump ball. And Horace Grant on the floor is hurt.
Penny throws that ball up to the rim. Shaq just gives Scotty a push, grabs the ball, misses one, goes up again. Ball is on the floor. He gets thrown out of there. Luke and Horace go for a jump ball.
Horace He's looking at his hand like his hand is hurting. And you can hear the crowd hollering out, Luke, Luke, Luke. Stevie goes behind him between Pip and BJ. Rebound Horace will get it with the tip. Hardaway. Neal down low with Longley on him. They got the screen roll. Scott. Anderson. Baseline Horace. He's not even looking at the basket. Grant backs in. They double team. Baseline Nick Anderson. Shot clock at 5. At 4. Anderson for a 3.
Yes, sir. They milk the clock down. They play it right. Nick, very quiet, has hit his last 2 shots, both threes. He's got 13.
81-74 now. Orlando with the lead. Luke at the free throw line. He'll take a fade edge ratio.
Way to the left.
Horace is hurt. Horace's left hand is hurt. 81-74 is the Magic lead. O'Neal and Longley. Luke taps it away. Tried to get it. Shaq gives it back. Penny Hardaway for a 3. And Tony with a rebound. Luke picked up his dribble now. Gets it to Luke. Who'll get it right back to him. Tony runs into O'Neal.
Oh, no call, and no call by Ronnie Nunn. That had to be one way or the other.
Anderson fakes the 3. Inside, O'Neal spins, throws up a jump hook. Off, rebound Tony, gets it out to Scotty. Bulls 3 on 2. Scotty will take the 3 and drain it. It's back to a 4-point Orlando lead. The Magic want a timeout. They're all in. Second City Sage. Join Sports Channel and the Second City Gang for sports comedy and the grand prize drawing. Don't miss this exciting event. Who's fan enough to win that grand prize? Find out next Wednesday night on the Sports Channel Report.
Jeff Turner will replace Horace.
And Judd Bushler comes in for the Bulls.
So they lose,
Tony.
They lose the defensive player and the rebounder in Horace, but they got a good 3-point shooter.
Hardaway brings it across against Michael. Michael, boy, is he working him hard. Shot clock at 10. Looking inside, they find O'Neal. Rolling, one-hander. Nope, Scotty right there. Here come the Bulls. Pip looking down the floor. Dishes off. Michael wanted it. Inside, Scotty got fouled. Foul on Nick Anderson as the dunk just wouldn't stay down.
Third on Nick Anderson. Michael finds Scotty down low. Pip will take the one big step in and try to dunk it, and Nick hits him on the left hand. This free throw.
Pip now 7 of 9, you see. 20 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, and the second one wouldn't stay. So the Bulls miss an opportunity as Hardaway will bring it across the timeline.
Well, Michael played him as tough as you could play him that last trip down.
Jeff Turner out to set the screen.
Mike.
Throw it away. Jordan will get it. They're coming again. MJ fakes, comes inside over Nick Anderson. Michael lays it in.
Beautiful move with the left hand, trying to avoid the foul. He did. Bulls down by 2.
Coming up on 2 minutes left in the third. Hardaway drives in. Michael knocked it away, but picked up the foul, got him in the arm, and Ronnie Harper will come in. Michael picked up the personal. Harper comes in and see if MJ sits.
And it's only the third foul, and it'll be the ball be put here on the side. Michael's stepping in with that left hand.
Beat Myers up off the bench.
Needle, I'm tired. He says, I've been going hard at it. Okay, now.
Daryl Joyner, what's up?
Well, guys, I've been back in the Magic locker room, and doctors are checking out Horace right now. Apparently, the diagnosis is a dislocated left pinky finger. They're going to pop it back in place. They say he'll be back out to play the rest of the ball game. Back into Tom and John.
Jeff Turner, a good outside shooter, comes in and hits a big bucket. 83-79.
2, long 2.
Luke. Beat Myers. Bulls need to get something rolling. Pip on the wing with Turner on him. Down low, Luke Longley. Luke spins, and Shaq with the block tried to save it, but couldn't do it. Hurdles the first row of crowd and goes down hard. Shaq went down hard over the first row of stands and gets back up, brings everybody else up, and he's okay.
You said I tried to go. There's the move underneath. He comes back to Shaq's strong position. He gets a, 2-handed takedown?
They just showed it on the scoreboard here. Who took that gentleman?
5 seconds now for the Bulls here.
Harper gets it in and lost it. Got it back. Ronnie Harper high. Oh, in.
A rainmaker for Harp. He's got 8.
It's back to a 2-point Orlando lead. Johnny, it started out as a tough third quarter, but the Bulls have rallied.
Yes, they have.
Anderson between the circles. Hardaway comes out. Dennis Scott looking for the ball. Hardaway down low to Shaq. Harper over to help. Bulls rotate very well. Hardaway, Luke tapped it, got it. Bulls can tie it. The Bulls can tie it. Here comes Pip. Accelerating. Scotty inside, and we're tied here.
Wire to wire. Pip all the way.
83 all. They're all on their feet here. Anderson between the circles. Finds Dennis Scott. Hardaway trying to post up with Scotty on him. Has it in the corner. Shot clock at 9, at 8, at 7. Hardaway on top. Dennis Scott. Long 3. Off. Keith Myers with a rebound. Bulls with a little rally going here. And here's the guy that's primarily responsible. Scottie Pippen brings it across the timeline. 83-83. Luke sets the screen. He's got Shaq on him now. Scotty goes, Shaq with a steal. Tries to go length of the floor and slams.
And he does. What a big play by Shaquille O'Neal. A steal of the ball and a slam dunk to give his team a 2-point lead here.
13 seconds remain now. Phil Jackson wanted Ronnie Harper to come up and help. 85-83, Magic with a lead. Pip, 6 seconds, 5. That's what's left third period. Scotty stops, tough shot. Got it back, hangs and blocked again. Good defense by Orlando. We've played 3 periods here at the United Center, and the Magic lead the Bulls by 2. Magic with a 2-point lead going to the fourth. Bulls 8 of 19, Magic 9 of 23, so they get more shots, and the Bulls make one less. 3-pointers, both teams made 3. Rebounds about the same, and what it comes down to, John, we have got a 2-point ball game going to the fourth quarter. 85-83 Magic with a lead. And your key, Chief?
Protect the arc. They're 11 out of 20 from that area now, and they lose Horace Grant at least for a little bit, and Horace did not have the range that Jeff Turner has. Turner came in and gave him a nice basket.
Well, it's down to 1 quarter. Bulls have got to win this quarter by more than 2 points or send it to overtime at least to force game 7. Here's a recap of game 6. 6 straight wins, and listen to the music. They play the opening music again. Bulls 10-4 in game 6 all time. Last loss 1975, and the fans start to react. And they are really going to start to react now. Scotty talking with Jess Kersey. Daryl Joyner, what do you got?
Well, guys, I was talking to assistant coach Jim Clemens, and he says that the team needs the fans involved in this fourth quarter. They feel as though they've got momentum going into the fourth quarter. They've got to keep the Orlando Magic off the foul line, and the Bulls have to remain aggressive and go to the hoop and not settle for a first shot, outside shot. They've got to remain aggressive and take it strong if they want to win this ball game. Back over to Tom and Johnny.
Now look at this lineup. Michael Jordan, Steve Kerr had the ice bag on his shoulder. Jed Bushler, Bill Wennington, and Ron Harper. And they go with Tree Rollins in lieu of Shaquille O'Neal to start up here.
Dennis Scott, Anthony Bowie, Hardaway, and Jeff Turner again. Hardaway will bring it across the timeline. Turner looking down low for Dennis Scott. Ronnie came around, almost got a steal. Scott backs in the lane, throws it up and in. Dennis Scott with a tough shot. Horace Grant has not yet reemerged from the Magic locker room. 87-83 now is the Orlando lead. Harper with it on the wing with Hardaway on him. Rollins comes over to help. Steve Kerr back to Ronnie Harper. Over to Michael. It's Scott on him. Shot clock at 5 or 4. Michael inside, and a foul called as he goes to the bucket.
Foul on the assistant coach. Tree Rollins. His third. That time was running out. Michael just took it, put his head down, went hard to the baseline, to the hole. They will score.
.87-84 now is the Orlando lead. And it's back to a 2-point margin. Hardaway brings it across the timeline. Boy, this hit some screens. Scott with it on the wing with Harper on him. Wennington over to help out. Now goes back away. Hardaway backs on top. Dennis Scott fakes it, comes in. He'll take a 2. Off, rebound loose, and finally Jud Bushler comes down with it. Bulls with a chance to tie here. Baseline Steve Kerr with a jumper very short. Jenny, I think that shoulder may be hurting him. It is his right shooting shoulder that he's had ice on. Bowie. And again, they want Scott and Ronnie Harper tapped it away with 14 on the shot clock.
He wanted him to slow it down a little bit, and Steve said, I got a wide open shot. I got to take that one.
Magic kind of standing around, and finally Dennis Scott comes out to get it. Backs in with Michael on him. Scott continues to back. Fade away.
Block.
Piece of it, and Judd with a reception.
That's what you got to do. Capitalize on that block. You can't let them pick it up, Tommy, and go into the basket.
Ronnie Harper on the baseline. Michael will come over and set the screen. Now goes away. He's got Turner on him. Wants him one-on-one. Inside. Had it blocked away by Dennis Scott. Boy, they just get the key play, John.
Yep.
Hardaway as Shaquille O'Neal gets set to check back in. Wennington comes out to show help. Hardaway got it back. Dennis Scott for a baseline three. Anthony Bowie with the loose ball, and a foul. Is that on Steve Kerr? Yep. And we got a timeout. 9:46 remains, and the Magic lead the Bulls by 2. Magic lead it by a couple. Michael Jordan right there, and you see the Star Wars now. Shaq and MJ. Shaq with 4 more points. Neither of them have had great shooting, but both have shot it pretty well from the free throw line. Right now, yeah, go ahead.
We saw the building go down across the street finally.
Right.
It's the Gray Lady is down. Everybody talked about the great history it's got there. What a great time to add some history to a new building right here. For the comeback, the Bulls trail by 2, 87-85, 9:46 to go in this final quarter. 24,322 people, or 387, have been on their feet.
Scottie Pippen still working that right thumb a little bit. Dennis Scott gets it right back. Luke Longley, Shaquille O'Neal back in the ballgame, and Shaq will get it down low. Pitches it out. Anthony Bowie with the running one-hander.
Yes, he got 4 for 4 from the field for Bowie. What a big lift he's given. 8 points.
89-85 now Orlando with the lead. Steve Kerr. Finds Luke. Michael trying to post up, has it on the wing. Luke goes away. With Bowie on him. MJ inside. Anthony Bowie will pick up the foul. Second team foul on the Magic. Harper as Michael posts up. MJ as Shaq comes over to help. Fades and hits. Magic lead is back to 2. 89-87. Hardaway will bring it across the timeline. Horace is still not back in the Orlando bench. Down low. O'Neal back to Hardaway. Inside for Shaq. Throws it out. Anthony Bowie. Blocked by Judd Bushler. The Bulls can tie it.
They got 2 back. They got a mismatch here somewhere.
Michael. Baseline. Judd Bushler.
There's Michael.
In. Time out Orlando. They're going nuts here at the United Center. The Bulls and the Magic are tied at 89. 8 minutes, 30 seconds left. The Bulls and Magic are tied at 89. And Johnny, during the timeout, Michael was looking at that wrist a little bit.
Yes, he was. We saw Pip looking also at the wrist. Michael with that left-handed tap in. Horace Grant comes back now. He's had some work done on that little pinky finger of his. Probably has a little bit of Novocaine in there, I would think. They reset it.
And he's coming back out on the floor. And Dyro, what do you know about Horace Grant?
All right, guys. Horace went into the Bulls locker room to have x-rays taken on that pinky finger. It came up negative. They taped it up, so he's ready to go. They say it was a dislocated pinky finger. Back over to Tom and Johnny.
Got some tape. He's taped the ring finger on his left hand and the little finger, and he winces every once in a while. We got a new ball game tied at 89. 8 minutes, 22 seconds left. Bowie finds Horace way out on the floor. O'Neal comes out between the circles. Shot clock at 7, at 6, at 5. Hardaway goes baseline. Michael comes across. Nick Anderson from 17. Shot clock went off. Rebound tap. Steve Kerr tried to get it, and a foul.
He says here.
On Judd Bushler with the push.
Second team foul on the Bulls.
On the rebound, Judd Bushler called for a pushing foul. By quarters, the scoring. So the Magic got a good second, tied in the third. Bowie looking for Shaq. Luke came over, tried to cut him off. Hardaway. By Judd. This can give the Bulls the lead. And Hardaway. 2 and on the side. 2 and on the side. Bulls ball.
What a great play by Bushler. Protected on the roster. A guy who fought his his way on this team in training camp. He comes up and blocks it. Tries to get control. Penny comes in, tries to take the foul, but gives him a real going over. I know it wasn't the kind of foul you try to hurt a guy on, but it was, as Bushy misses that first one. He's got that adrenaline pumping pretty good, don't you think?
No question about it. You go down like that and get up, you really got it rolling. All right, one more to give the team the lead now.
All right, that's been a long time since the Bulls seen that, and they got the ball on the side. Pip hurting, holding that hand. Look at him, holding that hand.
Horace Grant's got the injured pinky. Michael's been holding his wrist. And Judd Bushler is giving the Bulls a lead. MJ wanted it, has it, with Bowie on him. Horace comes over to double team, and a blocking foul on Anthony Bowie.
That's the fourth on the Magic.
His second, the team's fourth.
Bulls with 2 team fouls, 7:40 remain. Both teams with 3 timeouts and a 20 remaining here in the second half. Pip, MJ trying to post up. They go again. Horace comes to help. Michael hangs. No, but he'll go to the line.
Shaq on the foul, maybe?
That's his 4th.
Michael taking that ball hard down the baseline. He knew he was going to run into the big guy. Here he goes underneath. Shaq in his face.
How many times you and I said go to the basket?
Yeah.
That's just where the game is won.
A little hard off the rim, so Michael misses the free throw. Bushy misses the free throw, but the Bulls have a 1-point lead. Michael with one more coming up here.
91-89 now, Bulls with a lead.
They're in foul trouble. The Bulls only with 2 now.
Anderson across the timeline with Bushler on him. O'Neal will set the screen and roll. Anderson stops from 16. Off rebound. Tap Scotty right there. Lost it. O'Neal inside for Horace, who got fouled. And Luke Longley will pick up the foul.
Well, looking all over for a foul here. There's the shot, goes up. Pip gets the ball. Thought Horace knocked it out, and a pass on back. Luke with the foul.
And Scotty with a technical foul. So a technical foul. Scotty, Michael, Mike Mathis as Bowie hits the technical foul, and now Orlando gets it out on the side, and their chance to take the lead.
Horace gets 2 free throws here.
Oh, that's right. He was shooting. I'm sorry. That's right. Dennis Scott will check back in for the Magic after the first free throw.
You want to hear some noise? You might hear some here. Nope.
Tony Kukoc gets up off the bench. Dennis Scott comes in. Anthony Bowie checks out. Judd Bushler comes out. Judley ought to get a good hand. It for the second one. And the Magic take the lead, 92-91 now. Steve Kerr calls out the offense. Scottie Pippen points one down. Pip on top. Looking for Steve Kerr, finds him. Luke gets out of the way. Michael posts up with Hardaway on him.
Illegal defense. All right, that's their first one, so there's a horse apiece here.
Shaq was standing in the lane. Ryan Hill hollering about it, but Shaq was in the lane.
One on each team now.
Luke sets the screen. Michael comes around. Pip baseline jumper. And the Bulls take the lead right back. They want Shaq up high. They're talking to Scotty about being there to help. And here he comes. And the Magic need a timeout. The Bulls changed defensively. Scotty came across, and the Magic needed a timeout. Bulls lead it by 1. 6:39 left.
Tonight on the Sports Channel Report, we'll go one-on-one with Bears quarterback Steve Walsh. Get a first-hand account of the new look Bears from the man who runs the offense and the latest on the competition for the starting QB job. Sit down with Steve Walsh tonight on the Sports Channel Report.
93-92. They called it a 20-second timeout eventually, John. Been away a little while. They said, well, make that a 20, can you?
All right, the Bulls have the 1-point lead, and you're right. Penny Hardaway came down with the ball. Michael was guarding him right in front of us, and Scottie Pippen came storming across a double team, something they hadn't showed before. Now, Dennis Scott went up to Penny Hardaway and said, hey, I was open on that play. Keep an eye on me.
Who's got foul trouble here? Shaq's got 4, and Luke's got 4. That's about it. 15 on the shot clock now. Horace steps out. Scotty right there.
Michael steal.
Scotty with a great screen, and MJ threw it down. 95-92. Bulls with a lead. Hardaway near half court. Michael right next to him. Shaq gives it back. Penny Hardaway with a 3. Off. Tony goes to get it, and a loose ball.
Let's go this way.
It's on Horace, or it's on Horace Grant with a loose ball foul, and the Bulls will shoot it.
Third one on Horace. Michael trying to get a fresh breath of fresh air as you saw him go in there after steal.
Michael squatting right in front of us. Boy, he hasn't been in a runway in a while.
No.
I don't know if he will be. He is really breathing hard at half court. 96-92 Bulls lead it. Here comes Ronnie Harper.
With 25.
And Michael will get a break. It's a good play by Phil. Michael's going to get a little blow here. He really needs it. Listen to this crowd. Wow. They are really going down hard. Man.
Scottie Pippen with 26.
Big stretch now for the Bulls as Michael comes.
He lost it.
To break. Throw it away. Steve Kerr.
He lost the ball. Just took his eye off of it, and Hardaway dribbled it right out. Scottie said, what do you want, Phil? What do you want? Team captain Scottie Pippen. Take a quick look. They throw the ball in. He takes his eye up and just loses it.
Oh, yeah, he was on the line. All right, Kerr on top. Luke gives it right back to Steve. And offensive foul on Luke. No basket.
That's the 5th one on Luke. Steve Kerr hit the open jumper, but it'll be no good. So the Bulls waste that turnover.
Still a 5-point lead. Hardaway hits it on the wing. Nick Anderson looking for Penny Hardaway. Will Perdue will check back in. And stole it.
Harper with a steal.
Scotty saw Shaq was taking his time. Now Pip brings it out. Bulls lead it by 5.
Timeout.
Bill wants a timeout. 5:29 left. And 24,000 rise to their feet to applaud their Chicago Bulls. Johnny, 2 big plays. Anthony Hardaway basically kicked it out of bounds. The Bulls lost that possession on an offensive foul. Then a steal by Ronnie Harper.
Harper comes around. Watch, he comes aside. You can't see him on. Penny Hardaway thought he had plenty of room. Tony, matter of fact, when he got the ball, he listened to see if there was a foul on the play. There's Michael on his steal. He goes past Horace. He just about has enough gas to get going. Scotty with a nice little screen off of Horace. Michael's sitting on the bench now and really tired here.
See the turnovers this period. John, I think this is a critical time in the ball game that tomorrow you're going to look back and say, remember when Michael was on the bench with about 5.5 left, the Bulls had the 5-point lead. They have a chance now with the ball to make something happen offensively and put a little pressure on Orlando and send it back for game 7. They also have a chance to fold. I mean, we'll see exactly what this ball club will do, but this is a huge opportunity for the Chicago Bulls right here and now.
They've given up 11 threes in the first 3 quarters. So far here, they've given up just 2 baskets, a technical foul that Anthony Bowie made, and 2 free throws for Horace Grant. So good defense. The Bulls have really played good defense. They've got their fans here behind them in the United Center. This is as loud as we've heard this building.
And Daryl Joyner, you are standing by. What do you got for us, partner?
Well, guys, I was listening to the Bulls coaches, and apparently they like the aggressive play of the team right now. The team is overplaying the passing lanes. Example, Ronnie Harper right there, Michael Jordan with the steal earlier. So the coaches want them to keep up that defensive intensity down the stretch here, and they feel as though Ronnie Harper in the game right now will keep that intensity up. Back to Tommy Johnny.
B.J. Armstrong comes back in the ballgame. Michael got about a minute, and he's coming back. He went up to Phil Jackson and said, not can I come back, I'm coming back. Will Perdue is coming back in the ballgame now. Our leading scorers, Shaq with 21, Dennis Scott with 20, Pip with 26, Michael 24.
12 seconds.
12 to shoot. Scotty will trigger it in. B.J. up high, gets it to... Well, he was going to get it to Michael. Instead, they go away from him. Now Michael's got it. Looking for the screen from Will. MJ trying to turn the corner. Shot clock at 2. At 1, Michael.
Too late. Offensive foul. Michael hooked him. His 4th. So the Bulls turn it over here now twice in a row. They wouldn't have got the shot off anyway, Tom.
No. See, by half the shooting. Orlando just 38% here in the second half. Michael tapped it away. Hardaway picks it up. Tony taps it. Anderson
still in the backcourt. Well, they just get it up.
Down low. Shaq tapped away. O'Neal gets it back. Tony with a steal. And that's got to be 2 free throws. He threw Tony down hard.
That's all right. It's 2 anyway, Tom. They're in the penalty, so we'll see what he says. Ronnie Nunn says that's a penalty.
I thought what I was saying is he might get to it on the side because he threw him down.
Yeah. Yeah, that is more of a flagrant foul than a backcourt foul.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Brian Shaw will check in.
Right.
You know, I can see you could call it either way, but I would think that, I mean, he threw him pretty hard. Bulls still lead it by 5. By 6. Shaw in. Nick Anderson coming up. Penny Hardaway will get a quick break.
He's played but 2 minutes here. He's done a great job. Only
99-92. Under 5 minutes remains. Brian Shaw, what a thorn in the Bulls side he's been all series. Shaw comes off the high screen roll, fakes the shot, gets it back. Horace Grant from 18. Tony right there.
Tony on the foul. They threw Shaq out. He says
Jess Kersey wouldn't call it.
No, he wouldn't call it. And who was it? Ronnie Nunn over on the side. So the Bulls will get it on the side. The shot went up, missed by Horace. Tony didn't come near him.
They called it on Will.
On Will?
Get it out to Shaq, looking for Brian Shaw. Now gives it back to Dennis Scott. Michael right there defensively. Scott, top of the circle. Shot clock at 12. Inside for the big guy. O'Neal tosses it in. 99-94 now, Bulls with the lead. Gets in the corner with Dennis Scott on him. Pip with a fake. Goes by 2 of them. Finds Tony on the wing. Kukoc on top. B.J.
Got to take that bead.
Pip off the glass. Too strong. And Brian Shaw right there for the rebound. It's a 5-point Bulls lead. Nick Anderson comes inside. Missed it. Michael right there.
Big time play that time. Michael right there for the rebound. 3:45.
Bulls want to slow it down now. Posted up, has it. 9 on the shot clock. 8, 7, 6. On top, Scotty. Into the corner. BJ open three. Yes! That could be a nail. Timeout Orlando. 3 minutes, 24 seconds left. And the Bulls lead it by 8.
Bulls make the milk the clock. Scotty finds him over the corner. BJ goes up. Dennis Scott leaping at him. A three and a timeout. The Bulls up by 8. 102-94. BJ waving for it. Pip, 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 Pip. I'm open. Pip finds him. BJ lines it up. And do you like it, BJ? I love it.
Luke Longley back in the ball game with Michael, BJ, Tony, and Pip. Orlando 11 of 22 from out there. Bulls 5 of 12, but BJ just hit a huge one.
All right, they bring Jeff Turner in the game. They take their big guy out. No, they've got
Morris.
Yeah, Morris is out.
102-94. Still lots of time. 3:24 left. Brian Shaw brings it up with BJ on him. Shaw backs in. Gets the high screen roll. Looking for Shaq. Luke tapped it away. Good play by Luke.
Big play by Luke with 5 fouls.
Michael. A bump. BJ for 2 in a row. And the rebound, Jeff Turner. Shaw. Unloads it to Dennis Scott. Down low for the big guy. Back to Scott for a tough three. Short, but O'Neal right there. Backs it in. O'Neal throws it in.
Basket by Shaq.
102-96 now. Bulls with a lead. 2:40 remains. Pip gets it over to Tony. Good ball movement by the Bulls. Take him, Tony. Down to Luke. Back out on top. Kukoc bumped by Dennis Scott. Takes it in. Had it stripped away.
The Bulls don't score that 3 times in a row now.
Ryan Shaw between the circles now. Coming up on 2 minutes left. It's a 6-point Bulls lead. Shaw backing in. Scotty over to help. Nick Anderson fakes the three. Now he'll take a three.
Yes, sir. Bulls turn it over and then get the three to Anderson.
102-99. Bulls lead it with 2 minutes remaining. Michael with it on the wing. Luke out to set the screen. Michael goes baseline. Out to Luke. Cross court, Tony Kukoc. Baseline Pip. Scotty wants to back in with Dennis Scott on in. Inside headed block. Pip with a tip, and it wouldn't stay. Another trip, and now the Magic can cut it to a 1-point Bulls lead.
4 stops in a row.
Shaw backs it in. O'Neal up high for that screen roll. Shaw goes to the basket, runs over Scotty, and a blocking foul on Scottie Pippen.
Pippen with his 2nd foul. Penny Hardaway wanting to get in the game, so they've done just what they wanted to do. The Bulls with an 8-point lead. They have not scored, and that was the problem in the game they lost here. They didn't score at the end. You've got to put that ball in the hole. Now, that looked like a pretty good play by Scotty, but they said he slid in there.
So Brian Shaw with 2 free throws. Hardaway comes in, and who's coming out? Jeff Turner comes out. They're a pretty good ball handling team in there now.
Long distance shooting team. Nick Anderson can shoot outside. They've all got threes except Brian Shaw.
Just did Curlin. It's a 1-point Bulls lead now. Now the Magic come out with full court pressure. DJ brings it up against Brian Shaw.
Both teams in foul trouble.
Pip looks for the opening. It's Michael around the screen. MJ spins, fades, tough shot, short. Now the Magic can take the lead with 1:01. A minute remains. Right now the Magic can take the lead.
We'll need a good defensive set. A real good set here.
Shaw comes off the screen. High screen roll again. Anderson. As Scott goes away, Nick Anderson wants one-on-one with Tony. Anderson fade away. Tough.
Yes, sir.
Bill wants a timeout. Timeout called by the Bulls, and Johnny will keep it right here as Nick Anderson wanted the one-on-one with Tony Kukoc. Hits the jumper. and gives the Orlando Magic the lead, 103-102. And take a look at that last play one more time, Reds.
Nick Anderson making a good move. He fades back just a little bit, puts a little bit something on it with 3 seconds. It goes in, gives them the lead. The Bulls had an 8-point lead. They have not scored since. What was it, 82 to... It was what, 82 to...
102 to 94, I think is what it was.
102 to 94.
Our Chicago Bulls Budweiser player of the game, Michael Jordan. MJ with 24 points and Scottie Pippen as well. And this crowd reacting on their own. Nobody on the floor telling them, nobody saying stand up and cheer. This crowd has just gotten to its feet and is applauding their team. Our producer director on Sports Channel is Jim Angio. Associate producer Doug Stanton. Executive producer Kathleen Karp. And our vice president of programming is Mike Vogel. We've got 42.8 seconds remaining. The Orlando Magic have the lead at 103 to 102. And John, it's as you say, it's been a while. Just like the last game the Bulls lost here. Down the stretch, what was it, over the last 3 minutes, they didn't get a field goal. They've got to come down and get a bucket. Tyrell Joyner, what do you got?
All right, the coaches right now are saying that the Bulls need to make a defensive stop as well as put some points on the board. They realize that they haven't done that the past couple of times down, and they've got to buckle up and play the last 42 seconds very hard here. Back over to Tom and Johnny.
Bulls cannot take 24 seconds on this time down the floor, Tom, because they've got to get a score and get at least 2 attempts at it.
Luke, Tony, Michael, Scotty, and BJ. There you see the situation. Orlando with 2 timeouts. Bulls have 1 and a 20. Tony with it on the wing. Michael pops out on top. Starts to penetrate. Fades inside. Luke put it up short. Fought for it, and Shaq gets it, and now Orlando calls a timeout.
He didn't finish the play. Well, there's a 5-second difference. They've got a 1-point lead. Michael went for the shot. He looked underneath. As Shaq comes out, there's Luke. Luke gets the ball. Gets hammered by all different ways. Reminiscent of being in New York. Oh. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
He got hit pretty hard on the arm.
You can't get it back. You can't get it back, but...
And now you do need to stop, John. Now you've got to stop them dead cold.
Bulls looking maybe at the last 29.8 seconds of their 1995 season and playoffs. They had the world in their hands. They had a 102 to 94 lead, and they haven't scored since.
Well, we got a note for you coming up. We got baseball tomorrow night here on Sports Channel. Sox take on the California Angels. Pre-game show at 6:30. First pitch 7 o'clock. Sox and the Angels Friday night here on Sports Channel. Well, if you're Orlando now, John, what in particular do you do besides put all your good free throw and ball handlers in the ball game?
Yeah, but they're both in foul trouble. All they got to do is hold on to that ball. Bulls should get it back here. If the Bulls foul, they go to the free throw line out in this situation. You got to just play it tough.
Well, the start of the third quarter and the end of the fourth quarter have been very tough for the Bulls to try and put points on the board. Shaquille O'Neal is going to go on the floor, and I'm a little surprised at that. Dennis Scott, Nick Anderson, Anthony Hardaway, and Brian Shaw on the floor for Orlando. It's BJ, Scotty, Luke, Michael, and Tony for the Bulls. 29.8 left. Orlando has a 1-point lead. Now the Bulls have a delay of game. We'll see if BJ will use it here.
If you want to use it already, they're not going to go for a shot.
And it's Scott and Michael fouled him. Michael got a piece up on the arm. MJ picks up his 5th.
Well, 2 free throws here now, and you know what you got to do, Tommy.
Got to hit a 3. There is no choice.
Dennis Scott shooting 75% coming in here. He was 9 out of 12 beginning of this game. He's made a couple.
Scott makes it 104-102 now. Magic with a lead. 28.7 seconds remain. Bulls with a full timeout and their 20. Scott missed it. Luke with a rebound, and the Bulls call a 20-second timeout. So now, John, it's a little different spin. With 27.8 seconds remaining, a two-pointer will tie this game with Orlando, and then the Magic have to come down and make something happen.
All right, you got almost 4 seconds difference on the clock too, Tommy. So if the Bulls do go all the way down, they should get another crack at it. Normally the Bulls will take it in the back court and bring it up. As you take a look at timeouts remaining, one apiece.
Officials blowing the whistle, trying to get everybody to get rolling. BJ, Michael, same 5. Luke, Scotty, and Tony. And same 5 for Orlando. Okay, 27.8 left. Orlando with some pressure. Tony triggered in, gets it back to Scotty. Bulls need a deuce. Pip gets it to Kukoc. Tony on top for Michael. MJ spins, comes back, gets it inside, and it's stolen. Hardaway comes up with it. The Magic can run out the clock. Bulls have to foul, and they do foul Penny Hardaway.
This game is going to be history unless the Bulls can come up with a miracle play here. Another turnover here. The Bulls have not scored. 15 turnovers in the game. And they is a young team, and they know what's about to happen here. Couple free throws here. And they're looking for the next series. Penny Hardaway, who's been their leader with 20. His first point of the second half.
It's a 3-point Orlando lead. And now it's a 4-point Orlando lead, and Phil Jackson wants to talk it over with 12.8 seconds remaining, and they are celebrating over on the Orlando bench.
Well, they made a spectacular comeback here, Tommy, with a little over 3 minutes going. The Bulls had everything going their way. They had 102 points, and they had still got 102 points.
Last Bulls basket was with 3 minutes and 24 seconds to go. Bill Corbell, our statistician, lets us know. So they have gone well over 3 minutes, John, since they've had a bucket. And that's really tough.
They've scored, what, 12 points in a row. Well, Tommy, this could be our last game on Sports Channel here. Had fun bringing all the games to the fans this year.
Absolutely.
It's been an exciting season to see Michael come back for the last 17, and I think if you had to do it over again, you'd look back at Game 1. That's the game in Orlando that really hurt the Bulls.
Johnny, I think you go back and say it's the same thing as the Knicks series last year when the Bulls couldn't get a win in Game 1 or Game 2 and came so close. And now it's Game 1 here where the Bulls had a chance in this series and just couldn't quite do it. So it's unfortunate.
Yep, this team got a wake-up call. This Orlando Magic team got a wake-up call when they won the first game by, what, 50-some, 40-some, and then came back and Boston beat them. And they thought, uh-oh, we better pay attention to business here. They have been tough on the road. They won 2 in Boston. They've won 1 so far here in Chicago, and it looks like they might win their second. The Bulls are trailing by 4, 12.8 to go.
In the playoffs, at home 3-2, on the road 2-1 in the playoffs.
Well, it's that old thing now. You got to watch yourself, but it could be a 3. Shooting a 3, making a 3, getting fouled. You don't think anybody would do that, do you?
Pete Myers? No, I doubt it. BJ,
Tony on the ball.
Scotty and Michael. With 12.8. Scotty steps up, gets it, throws it over to BJ. He is open, but it's a 2. Off, rebound pulled down by Hardaway, down the floor, Shaq, and that'll do it. O'Neal with the slam, and the Orlando Magic are going to win this series over the Chicago Bulls. Michael will take the inbound pass, find Scotty over on the other side. 1 second, and the Orlando Magic here come into the United Center in Chicago and defeat the Chicago Bulls 108-102. Michael Jordan goes over to congratulate him. Horace up on his teammate's shoulders, and Horace celebrating the win, of course, here. Teams shaking hands, walking off. And the Orlando Magic with a tremendous win here. As these guys walk off and celebrate. Johnny, as we said, it's been a tremendous year here on Sports Channel. The Chicago Bulls have given us an awful lot of thrills, played great basketball, and just came up a little short. A little short in a couple ball games against Orlando, and I think the Magic are a very good ball club.
An absolutely very good ball club, and I think the Bulls have helped make Shaquille O'Neal a good one, looking out of that double team. But the damage they did tonight was just killing the Bulls from three-point area. They made them all when it counted, and then at the end, the Bulls had that 8-point lead as we take a look at them going to the Orlando locker room.
108-102, again, the final score. The Magic with the win. Magic win the series 4-2. Now let's go back to the studio. One more time, here's Steve Cashel.
All right, Tom and Johnny.